Dr. White, welcome to Senate State Affairs. If you could please state your name, any organization you represent, and proceed to testimony. You'll have 3 minutes.
Great. Thank you, Madam Chair and members of the committee. My name is Dr. Patrick White, and I'm a project manager with the Nuclear Innovation Alliance, a nonprofit, nonpartisan think and do tank focused on creating the conditions for success for advanced nuclear energy, specifically as a climate solution. I appreciate the opportunity to provide comments on Senate Bill 73 and on small modular reactors more broadly. Small modular reactors, or SMRs, are a potential paradigm shift for the use of nuclear energy here in Colorado, nationwide, and around the world. While conventional light water nuclear reactors currently in operation in the United States today produce reliable, carbon-free energy and are safe to operate, they are also large, capital-intensive, and baseload electric generating units. These characteristics may limit their ability to integrate into future energy systems with large percentages of variable renewable energy sources and the need to provide reliable carbon-free energy for heating, transportation, and industrial processes. SMRs are a nimbler approach to carbon-free nuclear energy. These SMRs may leverage existing light water technology or other advanced reactor technologies, each with unique safety and operational attributes. Some examples of non-light water technologies currently under development in the United States for SMRs include high-temperature gas reactors and sodium fast reactors. These SMRs are obviously smaller than conventional nuclear reactors, but this reduced size has several significant operational and safety advantages. The smaller size and a focus on flexible operations allows SMRs to effectively match changing energy demands and renewable energy generation throughout the day, week, and year without the need for large amounts of energy storage. Numerous academic studies have found that including firm, clean energy sources like SMRs can significantly reduce the cost of energy from 100% clean energy systems. Small modular reactors also enable modular addition of nuclear energy capacity that can more efficiently meet the increasing energy needs of communities over time. The size and modularity of these new reactors enable the factory manufacturing of reactor modules and can reduce the time needed on site for construction and installation as compared with conventional nuclear energy. The small reactor size and a developer emphasis on inherent safety may simplify the siting requirements from SMRs and reduce the burden on surrounding communities related to emergency planning. Advanced reactors will still be subject to review by the Nuclear Regulatory Commission and will meet or outperform the safety standards for nuclear energy in the United States. And finally, while we tend to focus on decarbonizing our electricity sector, decarbonizing all major energy uses will be needed to help mitigate climate change. SMRs can help provide clean, reliable, carbon-free energy, heat, and electricity to a wide variety of energy sectors, including residential, commercial, industrial, and transportation that were historically powered by natural gas or other fossil fuels. SMRs could readily integrate with solar, wind, hydroelectric, and other zero-carbon energy sources as part of a broader clean energy strategy for Colorado. A variety of potential advanced reactor technologies are currently under development by companies across the United States and will be ready for commercial deployment by the end of this decade. The SMR feasibility study in Senate Bill 73 will help provide Coloradans with the information on how SMRs could help supply the safe, clean, reliable, and affordable energy.
Thank you so much, Dr. White, for sharing that perspective. I'm going to shift now to Mr. Stephen Curtis.
Well, thank you, Madam Chair and members of the committee. I appreciate your allowing me to speak today. My name is Steve Curtis, and I'm representing a grassroots organization called wasteenergy.org. And I'm here to support this bill because I think it's extremely important that new energy sources be found for ever increasing energy supply, especially clean baseload energy sources. Such a source would be something called recycling used nuclear fuel in fast reactors. This is a mature technology, and there are at least 5 companies now privately capitalized in the United States to produce and develop and manufacture these types of reactors. So consider this. This type of energy would supply it would be a 100% domestic supply of energy. It would be 100% clean because this material has already been mined. There's enough of this material existing now in the United States to power the United States, all the United States needs for 250 years. If a state was able to leverage this technology, they could make use of the currently $45 billion Congressional Nuclear Waste Fund to work with industry to help develop that in partnership. Further, if the state became a consent state to accept used nuclear fuel for recycling, it could basically define its own benefits, is what the government has said, which I recommend to be a transfer national laboratory designation, working with an industrial park full of these. There's now 50 small modular reactor privately capitalized companies could work on this industrial park. And actually they would manufacture these reactors in a central location and ship them to the rest of the world, basically. This is an intrinsically safe technology, which means it's even safer than the light water reactor energy that we have today, reactors that we have today, which enjoy the best industrial safety record of any US industry. So in summary, I'd like to say that fast reactors are a type of small modular reactor that allow the use of spent nuclear fuel, which some call waste, although I don't know why, to power the grid while disposing of this material. I do not see what better alternative energy source you could imagine than one that would clean up a current situation that hasn't been solved in 40 years while providing the grid with 100% clean, 100% domestic, and 100% baseload energy. I encourage you to do this study, and I would hope that you would include this technology as part of your study. Thank you for your time, and of course, I'm happy to answer any questions.
Thank you so much, Mr. Curtis. And the last person on this panel is Mr. Christopher Barnard.
Good evening. Thank you, Madam Chair and members of the committee, and also Senator Rankin and Representative McKean for sponsoring today's bill. My name is Christopher Barnard. I am the National Policy Director for the American Conservation Coalition, the nation's largest right-of-center grassroots environmental organization. My work focuses on analyzing policies that can help us tackle climate change while creating a strong economy. I believe that Senate Bill 2273 meets both of these criteria. In particular, I'd like to focus my testimony on the benefits that next generation nuclear energy can bring to the state of Colorado. Nuclear energy is already crucial to the United States, as you've already heard tonight. It provides 20% of all American energy production and is our largest source of carbon-free power. It is also our most reliable source of energy, capable of operating 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Unfortunately, however, nuclear energy has been falling behind, dropping by nearly 50% in terms of global energy production since 2006. Of the 55 plants in operation in the United States, around half are at risk of early retirement, while 12 reactors have already been closed since 2012. As a young person, this worries me. I believe we have a duty to tackle climate change and reduce our levels of carbon pollution. Closing nuclear plants pushes us in the wrong direction. But as a policy analyst, I see an opportunity for new and innovative technologies to shape the future and for American innovation to lead the world. I believe that small modular reactors, or SMRs, provide that opportunity. Because of their smaller size, most SMR parts can be factory made off-site and then shipped to the reactor's location. Smaller reactors also require less upfront funding, making them more affordable. Finally, these new reactors have significant safety improvements using state-of-the-art technology to make them the safest form of energy production in the country. Small modular reactors are already bringing economic opportunity to other Western states. In Idaho, NuScale Power's SMRs will sustain nearly 13,000 jobs and provide clean electricity for over 500,000 homes. In Wyoming, TerraPower's proposed project would create nearly 5,000 jobs and produce power for up to 400,000 homes. Last year, Montana's state senate approved a study on retrofitting old coal plants with SMRs. Ultimately, I believe that Senate Bill 2273 will not only put Colorado on the forefront of clean energy innovation, but it also opens the door for significant investment in this beautiful state. To me, that sounds like a win-win for both the people and for the planet. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Barnard. At this time, colleagues, I will open up this panel for questions from members of the committee. Seeing none, we really appreciate your comments as we deliberate the merits of this policy. Thank you. I'm going to call up our next panel. I'm going to welcome Ms. Sarah Jensen, Ms. Alyssa Hayes, and Mr. Roan Brown.